Hi, Kevin.
Hello.
How are you?
What do you got on the topic?
Um, I don't think that I'm any of those five women that you listed. I feel like I typically do date high value men, but um, I don't know how to keep them.
Hmm. You date them hot, but you don't know how to keep them. Okay.
Yes,
All right. How old are you?
three.
Okay. I don't know what happened to the delay here. You're 30,
33.
33. And the last time you were with a high value man, you were how? I mean, how long ago was your last relationship?
My last relationship was about 2 months ago, and that lasted for 9 months.
9 months. Um, 9 months. Whoever this is, Avanet Gunham. Okay. Hi. How are you? It lasted 9 months. All right. Okay. So you're 33. You have any children?
Yes,
Okay. There we go. Number one. How many?
I have two boys, 11 and 8. They are from a marriage. I was married for 10 years.
Okay. So you're a single mother. You're not a baby mama.
Right.
All right, because you was about to get a. Because I come from a baby mama. Okay. So what's going on? You're an attractive woman. How tall are you?
5'6",
Dress size.
4.
All right. So, uh,
So
go ahead.
I'm currently dating. I consider him a high value man. He's a doctor. We live in New York City. We've been talking for about 2 months,
Yeah,
but
but let me finish my questions up.
mhm.
All right. What did your ex-husband do for a living?
He is a property manager,
It's like a property manager at a corporate complex, a residential complex. What are we talking about?
residential complexes
Okay,
for nonprofit.
for nonprofit.
Yeah,
All right, so that doesn't sound like a lot of money.
around like 80K.
In New York, that's like $40,000 anywhere else. So,
Yeah.
high value men, because I lived in Manhattan. Why high value men now? Because you say you can't keep them, and I'm kind of zeroing in why. But I need to. If you don't come from that high value man or high value lifestyle, why do you need a high value man now?
Well, after divorce, I've typically only dated high value men.
I get it, but why do you need it though?
Because I feel like I have a lot to offer, and I'm not looking to be a like stay at home mom or anything. I do still want to work, but there's a certain lifestyle that I like to maintain.
Say again, something that you like to maintain.
A certain lifestyle and quality of life
Yeah,
that I like
and
to
how long you
maintain.
been divorced?
3.5 years.
All right. So what do you do? And what do you do for a living?
I'm a compliance officer
Uh,
at a top five bank.
at HUD,
No, 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 a big bank.
you're borging out. You're a compliance officer somewhere. All right.
At JP Morgan.
All right. So you made more than your husband.
Yes.
All right. So there you go. You made more than your husband. So if you're going into this marketplace wanting to date a high value man, you have two children by a man who's not high value. So what history do you have of cooperating, working with, or being on the team of a high value man? If you've been married for 10 years to a man who made less than you,
Well, I had a couple of
I
well,
need
one
you. I
year
need you. I need
relationship.
you to think about that question that I just asked. I asked you a good question. You were married for 10 years, yes?
Yes.
All right. In your 10 years, your husband was a middle class man.
Yes.
All right. So you have a history of working with and cooperating with the middle class man. You married him and you had two children with him. Now you want a high value man. Why? And I just need
Because I feel like I've leveled up to where I
ah How'd you level up?
I did a
Because
lot of
you're
work
10 years
on the
older. You're 10 years older. How'd you level up?
yeah. Well, I did a lot of work on myself after divorce, like therapy and
Okay,
a lot.
Miss Bat, I need you to understand that's after divorce. How did you appreciably level up? Okay, understand something. On the open market, what age did you get married?
21.
21, and now you're 33.
Yes.
You are 12 years older, two children deeper. What have you done to overcome that?
Uh, well, I've maintained my physical. I've had
I
some relationships after marriage where I've learned from that as well. Like, so I've dated a couple of high value men where I've learned
Yes,
from those relationships.
right. But your problem is you cannot keep them. And what I'm trying to get you to understand, ma'am, is high value men move differently than middle class men. They choose their women differently. I've often said that you can be a high value man's date, but they don't marry women who don't fit their high value lifestyle.
So do you think
Huh?
it's because I have children specifically?
Well, I
Because
think
I
that
don't know how to
okay,
move around
you're
those
borging
circles.
out, man. I don't know what's going on. Are you on Wi-Fi?
Yeah, but let me move closer to the.
Okay. Your children are a factor, but ma'am, okay, your husband worked for a nonprofit, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say somebody like myself, when I was living in Manhattan, working for a telecommunications concern, making mid six figures, near sevens. Smith and Walensky, Hamptons. Um, and what are you guys doing on the weekends when you were married? You were doing middle class stuff. So
Yeah.
you got a different mindset. Okay, let me ask you
But
that. Let me
after
listen
divorce,
before you get upset. If you weren't a pretty woman, would you be asking for what you're asking for right now? If you just looked average, there you go.
no,
There you go. You want a
because
high value
the
man
high,
because you're attractive. But see, the thing is, you didn't go out and hold out for a high value man when you were at the peak of your youth. You got a middle class man.
I didn't know any better.
Well, okay, but it's not like you can, okay. But high value men are not lottery tickets.
Hmm.
I keep asking you, what can you do for a high value man? And you can't do anything because you're showing that you don't even understand what they would need. Have you
No,
listen?
I do listen to your
Listen.
shows, so I know.
No, okay. Let me give you an example. Have you ever hosted? Have you ever been to a 7 course meal?
5 course.
Okay. Have you ever hosted a dinner party?
Yes.
For how many people?
About 15.
The food was
Well, it was prepared by me, my mom, and my mom mainly.
mhm. And the people that attended
Uh, Mainly friends and some family.
were there any children?
Yes.
That's not a dinner party. You don't even know.
Okay.
No offense, ma'am. You don't even know. I'm trying to be rude, but you don't even know what I'm referring to. High
So
value
what?
men move in society.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the main question I asked you that's important: if you weren't as cute as you are, you wouldn't be asking for this. Now you're basically, here's what you basically said. I spent 10 years with a guy who's in the middle class. I was married to him and had 2 kids. Now I believe I deserve more when I'm older with kids. Where else does
Because
that where
I've leveled up
that is a
as far
YouTube
as a
YouTube
woman.
Instagram word. What does that mean?
Okay, so for me specifically, it means I've worked on my mental health, my emotional maturity, and what it means to be a feminine woman.
Which you should have had standard 21 years old when you married a high value man. I get what you're saying. You're better off mentally than you were then, but see, that's not enough. High value men expect feminine women at 21.
Hmm.
High value men expect cultured women at 21, finishing schools. Women who know what a dinner party is, women who know what an after five gown looks like, women who understand these things, ma'am. And again, you said if you weren't pretty, you wouldn't be asking for this stuff. You're asking for more than you know you have on the ball. And you're losing your looks. But ma'am, in New York City, it's New York City.
Yeah.
In New York City, women who look like you are not uncommon.
Hmm.
They're younger and they have no kids. And if you're a high value man, let's say you're a high value man, and you're making $1 million a year with Morgan Stanley, and you had a 33-year-old woman with a divorcee with two kids, and you had a 23-year-old woman with no children who graduated from Barnard or Juilliard.
Well, she would beat me in the no kids, but not in the as far as the conversation I can hold.
Oh, all
And
right,
as
I need you
far
guys to understand what she just said. Again, she just said the conversation. You're trying to get men to value your wisdom, your experience. Men don't value that.
no, but I mean
Okay,
because you
okay,
said
okay, okay. You're asking why, and I'm telling you why. You don't want to accept it, and I'm trying to dance around it as nice as possible without going harsh. But you're gonna make me go there. I mean, you're not on that level. I mean, you're just not. You're pretty, but you're not on that level. The conversation. What can you talk about? You've been married 10 years to a middle class guy. You got 3 years of therapy to fix the things that were off with a middle class guy. You're not ready for a guy up there. You're not ready for a man who's in the elite level.
so. Even if I've dated a couple, that still doesn't make me ready
No. Well,
because
okay.
I've been in
Ask yourself a question. Who stopped seeing who? Did you drop them or did they drop
one,
you?
one of them I did, the other he did.
I don't know what that means. So you dropped one
With
and the other dropped you.
yeah, and I'm currently talking to one, but I don't. It's too soon to tell.
Okay. Um, you're overvaluing yourself, ma'am. You're a middle class lady. You're a pretty middle class woman. And so we've told women that all you got to do is decide to level up. And see what you're trying to basically do is say a man who's gone out and made himself in the top 10%, top 5% of men, he should just accept a woman who's in the is in who's an average middle class single mother of two. When he can get a beautiful young Ferrari. And you're saying, well, yeah, but I got better conversation. Is that what men value off the top?
No, but
But
if we're
that's all
going
you
to,
got to sell. It's all you got in your store. You don't have what they want.
well, I feel like I'm feminine and inspiring and those things that
I'm not
you
saying you're
mentioned.
not those things, ma'am, but you're still going to keep pushing this. So let me tell you, audience, where this goes. This is the women like this tend to keep going outside their marketplace. And when they keep getting rejected by men who they're not on their level, they become hell on wheels to everybody. She can't hear me. She wants what she wants, and you don't even want the man. You want the lifestyle. You don't have a high value lifestyle. You don't have a high value mentality. You don't even understand the stuff I'm talking about. So if he married you, you couldn't do any of the stuff that a high value wife would be expected to do. You want the money. I get it, but you want his resources, and he wants different. That's why you can't keep them.
Okay, so should I
All right.
just?
You should. Here's what the truth. It's gonna sting. Ready?
Yep.
You should accept who you are. I have told men on this program, high value is not in the cards for you, and don't try to kill yourself to be something that you're not. I mean, what was so bad about your? What I mean, you didn't say that you and your ex-husband had a horrible life. You had a 10-year marriage and two children. And what we have done effectively in this country, especially in Black America, we have made average and normal not good enough. Why did you guys divorce?
Um, the love wasn't there. We grew apart. We got together when we were pretty young, and it just became toxic for the kids.
Right. Toxic. Was there money issues?
No,
Was there infidelity?
no.
Then you should have stayed with your husband and worked on your marriage. You should have stayed with your husband, went to therapy, and stayed together.
I tried. He didn't want to do therapy, church, nothing.
I'm not okay. And see, women get mad when I say that to women. They get mad when I say that. But see, I know what it is. But see, what you tend to hear is you don't hear, you're out here. And are you happy doing what you're doing now? Cycling through men who just are using you, who are just dating you as a side chick?
No, I mean, I haven't been a side chick, but no, I'm not happy dating. No, I want a
All
partner.
right. All right. I got to move on to the next caller, man. But dating is for you're asking for more than you're bringing to the market. The high value men you said you're kicking it with, they're not trying to wife you. I've
Hmm.
tried to tell you in the nicest way possible, but you're just not hearing it. So best of luck to you. But in New York City, the kind of are you living in Manhattan?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. And um, do you want to have any more children?
If the man wants to, I'm open to it,
So
yes.
again, he doesn't even get children in this deal. He's just got somebody else's kids to raise.
No, he can get his kids if he wants. I'm still good.
Yeah, one. Can he get three?
No.
Exactly. And you see, ma'am, you're chuckling. So a man has to go out and make himself a top 10%, top 5% man. And all he gets is, no offense, man, but I got to see it, a single mother with two children that he has to put a roof over their head. He can't put you in a one bedroom flat like he could starting out. There has to be a room for you and him, and the boys have to have separate rooms. And then if there's another kid, there has to be and he only gets one, but he's got the bill for five people. See what I'm saying, audience? These women never think about what men want. It's incredibly selfish. He can get one kid. Oh, man, he can go out and get a younger woman that doesn't have all these entanglements and issues and have as many kids as he wants and can afford it. And she'll be happy to give them to him. You got women in these chat room right now to be like, I'm 23. I'm good. Find me. And that's what he wants. He's like, why do I want this? This is a bad deal. Now, it's personal to you because you don't look at yourself that way, but this is a bad deal for a man.
Yeah. I get the kids part, yeah. I'm aware of that.
Huh?
I definitely understand that the having children part is not something that they would want for sure.
Right. So you got to find a man on your level. I don't know why you want a high value man when you had a 10-year middle class marriage. That's just insane to me.
I haven't been picky in that way, but honestly, the men I've dated just turn out to be high value. It's just
But the only
we
man
just.
you're asking about is keeping high value. You're not asking about keeping just a regular guy.
Oh no, I would love to keep a regular guy.
Okay, I got to get on to the next call, man. This is not going.
Okay.
This. Best of luck.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to be saving my commentary for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that.
I want
Hi.
to see any more broken home. Hello.
Hi. Can you hear me better now?
I can. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
So your name is Dakota?
Yes.
Are you north or are you south? Which one are you?
That's good. That's funny. I've never heard that joke before,
Of
but
course you
I would
haven't.
say
So
I would say
how many kids do you have?
I have two.
Were you married?
I was.
Okay. And how long are you divorced?
I am.
How long you been divorced?
4 years.
Okay. So what's your question?
My question was I just wondered if it would just be better for me just to simply wait until my daughters were older
Well-
to date
Well,
and just to explore because I have dated, and interestingly enough, the the men that I've met, they're usually older,
Mhm.
they're stable,
mhm.
they have, some of them have lived at least 2 lives,
Mhm.
and that's fine because I'm 40, so that's to be
You're
expected.
how old?
I'm 40.
How old is your youngest daughter?
9,
How old is your oldest daughter?
12.
See, here's the issue with
Yeah. So what I was gonna, are you done
well, I
talking?
mean, if you met a guy that you were fond of and he was fond of you, where's their father?
Oh, he's in their life.
But would he
He
want some? Would you or him be all right with a man in the house with 2 teenage girls in development?
I haven't had a conversation with him about that
Your
specific.
ex-husband?
Yeah, I haven't talked to him specifically about that because I haven't
But what do you think
gotten.
he would say?
I don't know, actually, to be honest. I
Okay.
don't know. He has somewhat of a passive personality.
Right. Is he very protective of his daughters?
No. Well, you know what? I don't know yet because I haven't really had a situation where he had to be.
Well,
They're still very
are you guys
young.
co-parenting successfully?
Yeah.
How often do you interact with him?
Um, a couple of times a week. That's how often.
You guys actually, you know,
Probably back in I don't know, 2013, years ago.
there's the last time. That's the last time you had him.
These
That's,
The
nuts.
last time I've slept with him, yes.
that's the last
Got
time.
me.
That's the last time you got these. Really, 2013.
2013,
Seven
14. Yeah.
7 years ago is the last time you scratched that itch.
Probably more like 6. I would say 2014 because that was the end. So
Right. So, and who have you been seeing since then?
I've just dated, but I think I've been
Okay, ma'am, you're
I think
40. 6 years ago was 34. Woman sexual prime is 35. Come on now.
what's your question again?
Who are you hooking up with?
Who?
Because if it wasn't your ex-husband, that's okay. But you haven't had any long-term relationships. You've been
No,
in
because
in your sexual prime. Look, I, I've had my fair share of experience, and come on, sis. That's all I'm trying to understand is. What I'm trying to understand is how close you guys are, and how realistic you're willing to be. If you're saying you haven't hooked up with him for 6 years, okay. But you say you see him every couple of weeks.
I see him every few days. That's how often he gets his
Every
kid.
few days. Does he have a wife
Mhm.
or a girlfriend?
No.
All right. So, um, it is. Are you guys still attracted to one another?
I am not attracted to him.
Has he changed physically?
As in how he looks.
Yes.
I mean, he's cut his hair and
Okay.
everything,
Okay. So we
but
keep on moving. We keep on moving, and the net of it is this: a man that involved with his daughters has a comfortable relationship with his ex-wife, and he knows that you have not had a history of being out there on the wild side with
well,
me.
he knows I date. But
Date
I mean,
date
I
is
don't.
one thing, but nobody staying over.
Oh, no, no, no. I have daughters here. Absolutely
That's
not. No,
what I'm getting. Your ex-husband knows that you aren't gonna have men in the house with his daughters.
no, absolutely not.
But that would change, and that question is, how would he react if he felt like that was going to start happening?
He might actually feel some kind of way about
Of
that.
course he would.
You are right.
So this is why I often say to women, why did you guys get divorced?
Over money. He doesn't keep a job. So it became very difficult financially. I'm talking foreclosure, bankruptcy, all that type of stuff, you name it. So it was just
Oh,
difficult.
okay. Okay. So he doesn't keep a job. All right. But he's active in his daughter's life, even post divorce.
Yes.
So are you living at your means now?
I'm sorry, say that
Are you
question
living
again.
at your means now?
At my means, as in if I can afford my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been foreclosed or anything like that post divorce?
No.
Then do you make room for the possibility that maybe you guys are living outside of your means? Because the picture you've painted is of a man who, after divorce, is around every couple of days. That is a hell of a consistent man after a divorce of how many years? 4?
Yes.
Right. And he's over there 3 times a week. 52 weeks out of the year, he's over there almost as much, more than a lot of. Come on, man. You divorced him over money. That's a petty thing to divorce over.
Well, he doesn't work.
Oh,
Am I
okay.
supposed to take
Okay.
care of
Okay.
him and his children?
So you're basically saying the measure of your man is money.
The measure of my man is can he provide for his family?
Well, okay. Now, when you got married, did you tell him you expected him to pay all the bills? Did y'all have that conversation?
I never told him I expected him to pay.
Oh, okay.
I
But
didn't tell
but
him that.
but but he's a good father. Yes or no?
He he's a good father. Yes, he
Okay,
does
well,
well
okay. So
with his
I gotta
children.
ask you, Miss Dakota, what's more important for your daughters?
You mean
What's
their
more
relation,
important for your daughters? A paycheck or a good father?
them having a roof over their head?
Oh no, you got the roof covered.
Oh, so I'm supposed to take care of the children and a grown man.
Oh well, see
Okay.
that see. Here's the thing. See,
Okay.
okay, no, don't get an
That's
attitude
fair.
with me. Well, what I'm saying is you're doing it already, and you ain't got no man.
Well, I'm not taking care of a man. I take
And
care of
you gotta
the
no
children.
see those vows you took didn't say you can leave because of money issues. See, we got too many of our sisters that treat black men as though, if you ain't paying all the bills. That's why I start putting that question out there, letting black men know. You better understand that black women will never come out and say it, but they expect you to pay everything. And if you don't, they'll leave you. Doesn't matter how good of a man you are, how good of a father you are, they will leave. Now, the funny thing is, you basically painting the picture of a man who has damn good character, but you throw him away because he ain't paying no bills. But the funny thing is, are you working any less hard than you would be if he was there?
Am I working
Are
any
you
less
working
hard?
any? Yeah. If he was there, would you still have to do what you're doing? You still have to go to work.
Yes.
All right. So him
I
not being there is not a net gain for you. It's a
Okay.
loss. You don't have a man in the house or any help.
Okay.
You're a grown woman, right? I mean, let's be honest.
I
You
am.
still are working, paying, but you are saying it like, I'm supposed to take care of a grown man. Well, would you rather? So a man is nothing but a check. He's
It's
supposed to
not
pay the
about,
bills, ma'am. It sounds like it or not. I get what you want, but what you got is what you got. You married the man. You got kids. He's a good father, but you prioritize money, so you divorced him over money. And here's the net. Why is all this coming to? Why is it going to come to bear? When you talk about dating and people start getting into your history with your ex, and this comes out, when this comes out, the guys who are worth a damn, they're gonna be like, oh, no, 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 no. They're gonna be like, nah, this woman left her husband because of money. So that's cool. Did you gain any weight in the marriage? So,
no.
and that's the thing. And as long as you're cool with being judged that way, because let's say if you were to go off and get married or find somebody, he could. I hope you're all right with being left the same way because of a younger woman gaining weight or whatever. But you haven't said the man's a bad man. But I get it. I'm not telling you to take care of a grown man, but I'm telling you right now, you don't sound like you're doing nothing else. It sounds like you were better off married. Something in your ego wouldn't allow you to take care of no grown man. I feel you. I hear
Okay.
you, but I gotta ask you, Dakota, were your daughters happier with daddy in the house?
They're always happy. I mean,
No, ma'am.
they,
That is
there
a
hasn't been a change.
disingenuous answer. See, we were doing good until you did that.
What did I do?
I asked you a direct questions. Were your daughters happier with daddy in the house?
Yes.
And you would not give that man credit. You deflected. See, that's so petty. That wasn't about your daughters. That was all about you.
May I ask you a question?
Sure.
Um, so do you think that in a marriage, so you know how you were getting ready to ask me if I gained weight or, whatever other questions you were going to ask me. I'm just trying to get my words right. So I guess because there's a part of me that does feel like, okay, because when it comes to a woman, a wife, if she gets to changing and she gains weight, or if there's not enough sex and things after the children, if anything in her mood changes after she becomes a mother, if she changes in any way for the worse, and then he makes a choice to step out or leave or not do anything, I mean, is that okay? Because sometimes I feel like if a man changes and he's not on top of his responsibility, I feel like, particularly as a Black woman, that we're supposed to supposed to just normalize the dysfunction and just kind of go with it, even if you're in jeopardy of, losing your home, or
Is this a question?
I mean,
No, see what I allowed you to do, ma'am, is I allowed you to talk it all out, and you're starting to have a moral conflict with your own argument.
you think so?
Oh yeah. I'm good at what I do.
Okay.
I'm good at what I do. I let you get it all out because what you're having to say. Well, see, what you couldn't say is none of that happened. You're giving me a hypothetical, and I'm going to ask.
Well,
No, I'll let you.
I didn't
Hold
say
on,
that
ma'am.
was-
I'll let you speak for 2 minutes, uninterrupted.
Oh, okay.
None of that happened in your relationship. So hypotheticals don't matter to your individual situation. Let's just put it on the wood.
Okay.
Your ego cannot handle a man who's not paying the bills. That's it. So for that, you broke your. No, I'm still going. That's it. It's not about character. It's not about family. It's not about the children's happiness. It's about your ego not being able to accept the fact that this man is under earning. That's it. It's not as though you said this man was a lazy, good for nothing, shiftless dude sitting here playing Madden all day. He's an active, good father. There are women. Come back and look at the chat room and see what women are saying. I'm not looking, but I can pretty well guess what the women who watch this platform are saying. Oh my God, sis. Basically, you have put money, and I'm going to say this: you ain't rich. It's a very petty thing you divorce for, and see that's what this whole COVID pandemic thing has kind of helped Black people realize, that all this shit that so many of our sisters people have valued, can be taken like that. And all you got is family. All you got is each other. And what you're looking at is a man that you divorced over money, who's still doing what he should be doing. See, if you divorced him over money and he just said, fuck it, I'm not going to do anything, then you'd have had a case. I divorced him over money and he ain't done nothing for his daughters. Now, no, he's still over here two, three times a week. He's active as ever.
When you say active, can you define active?
I'm defining what you said.
What do you think active means?
Active is you have sole physical custody, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he has every other weekend. That's what he has. So being over there every other day is outside of his custody arrangement. It's helping you. He only gets every other weekend. But he is extremely active according to the law. You are getting, if you need to do anything, all you gotta do is pick up a phone and say, "Hey, dude, come over here," and he's there like that because he's still in his daughter's lives. Ma'am, this was I would tell you this: good luck trying to date any man with any character and telling this story. It doesn't sound really good, man. You divorced him over petty money reasons.
You think it's petty?
Yes, I do, because ma'am, your ass is still getting up having to work. All you don't have is a man.
Okay. Well, I would like a man who works. So.
Well, good. What would your daughters like?
Okay.
What would your daughters like?
They would like a father.
No, they would like they would like, no, don't get, that's bullshit. See, now you want to go there. That's little. They want their father.
Exactly.
They want their father. And they would like their mother not to have divorced their father over petty freaking reasons.
But here's the thing though. Do you think that as they get older that they're
what I think is going to happen is they get older, they're going to resent the hell out of you. They're going to resent. You want to hear? I think they're going to resent the absolute fuck out of you because their father is showing up on Tuesday and Thursday. He's there monthly. He's doing the hard work. See, many women complain of high value men of just being a check and not being there. You got the whole goddamn man even afterwards, and you're too fucking blind to see it. You
Yeah,
took their
right.
father out of the household for a little
Well,
bit
he
of
at the
money,
time
for a
he doesn't
little
cook.
bit of money, for a little bit of money. You're not
He
rich
should.
for a little bit of money. And you didn't discuss this up front, ma'am. You didn't go into it saying, hey, man, I need you to carry all the bills. You need to pay all this stuff. You did this afterwards. Good
I know.
for you.
I
Get the fuck off my phone. I cannot stand women like you.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Spotlight News. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Before we proceed, let's give respect to the fallen legend, Mr. KS, for his good work he brought to the Black society and for teaching and improving. Remember, he has more amazing work and more amazing videos that will help you navigate yourself around men and women, that will help you to navigate yourself around each other, and they'll help you bring out the picture of the black society in the community or in the marriage. Here we talk about educative things, we talk about marriage, we talk about feminism, we talk about life, we talk about communication skills, we talk about relationship and other stuffs related to that. And today we are going to look at this lady. I don't know why most of ladies think when you have money, you get everything you prayed for, you have everything. So at the end of the day, I've been seeing a lot of ladies that come in but they feel like they aren't ready to settle in. So this lady thinks divorcing with kids and leaving the man you created to go and face the world is achievement, because the way she is speaking about it, it's like she's proud of letting the man go and staying with a kid as a single mother, and at the same time she is searching for another person because she thinks the other one was not worth it. First of all, before you divorce with the kids, first look at your kids. You're living and you're letting a separate family for your kids, and now you're just being selfish of yourself, separating the family into two parts. So you're being selfish of yourself, and another thing, you're minding about your self motives, because first look at where you're going. You want a man to understand you where you're going, and you're coming with all your responsibility for a man to carry all your responsibility with you and the kids, plus all whatever it is. You want that man to be faithful for you, you want that man to be patient with you, and you're coming with third parties in the relationship. Yet you could make your man look a better way, or you could work upon your man and you become one person in spirit, and you stand again and afresh to prove that, to make a better family and a happier family, than quitting the family or than separating, which is not right. So at the end of the day, you end up messing with everything. You end up in a state whereby you can't really stand as a lady. So everyone will look at you as a failure. And allow me to say this, there is no way you're going to get a first marriage and it fails, a second marriage it fails, and you expect a third one to work. My dear, you have to first, when the first marriage fails, you have to first sit and check yourself out. Work upon your past by admitting the past, then you look up to the present. I already said, you guys, there is no way you're going to work on a present when the past is still hanging out, or the past is still just there like that. And ladies, let me tell you this, money does not keep a home, money does not keep a man. You have to, even when you have money, you have to stay with the responsibility of a lady at home, and a man has to stay with the responsibility of being a man in the home. But if that respect is gone, or if that respect is broken in the home, there is no way you guys will sit and do this and do this. And I've seen 80% of ladies that get money more than their men, they end up leaving them because they think they need something better. Yet even there is no way, everything it's not easy the way we see it. So I think that is it today. So that brings us to the end of today's commentary and the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. To those who have been commenting and subscribing, living, love you all. I'm a God bless you. Stay tuned.